in the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New.
Packing sucks.
I haven't done anything and I'm now in this position on the floor.
So I moved to New York City. That is why I haven't been posting the past few weeks, is with starting my new job, moving, getting everything ready, packing, unpacking, it's just like no thoughts have been put towards making videos. It's all been towards not having a complete mental breakdown. So now that I'm finally settled in, I am ready to make this video and kind of let you guys know what's happening. I'm in my apartment. I'm trying to figure out kind of what I want my setup to be for filming videos in this apartment, because right now I just have my TV behind me, obviously, which isn't the cutest look. Gilmore Girls, though, is the cutest look. I'm gonna just kind of talk to you a little bit about like my moving process, and in this video I'm going to include the trip that me and my mom took up to New York to look for apartments and to find one, and then also the actual moving process of getting up here. So this video will be jam-packed with lots of fun stuff. I hope that you enjoy, and let's talk about it. So my mom and I decided to come up to New York a few weeks ago. We came in like the middle of September to find a place, and originally I thought that I wanted to live in Brooklyn, and I just decided that I think Manhattan is more of the area I'm interested in being in. I kind of want to be where it's all happening. Hey guys, we just landed and we are headed to our Airbnb. We're going to be touring some studio apartments today. Very exciting. Don't go. So we looked at 6 apartments while we were here and signed for one of them that was in the videos. So the first 2 places that we went on the first day were both tiny studios. I mean, like, these just 1 bedroom. I mean, that's what a studio is. It's just 1 bedroom, but these ones were tiny. And you know, we were still considering it because I could maybe loft my bed and have room for a couch and a desk, but they were just so tiny, and the idea of living in one that small was really stressing me out. They were also just really expensive for being so small, and the place that I ended up being in was a lower price than some of these tiny studios, and it was a lot bigger. And so the first day we only looked at 2 apartments, and it kind of was a bust, and so I was feeling very discouraged. But I, you know, set up some tours for the next day, and we ended up going to see another one the next morning. It was just small and just didn't really, it just wasn't special. It just didn't have anything really going for it. But the second one that we went to was a lot bigger, and it's considered a studio apartment, and that's what it was listed as, but it was more like a 1 bedroom. So it was listed as a studio, but it was literally a 1 bedroom because there's a separate bedroom and a separate living room with a kitchen and bathroom. And so this one was a lot more spacious, and we really, really liked this one, but decided that we would go see 2 more that we had lined up the next day before we made any decisions. So we went to go see another one the next morning, which was, it just was not nice. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but something was wrong with the floors, y'all. It was like the floor like sunk. There was like a hole, a divot in the floor. It was so funny. We walked in there and we kind of knew right away that it wasn't gonna be something that we were interested in. And then we saw one other place. I can't even remember what it looked like because I didn't take any videos because I think it was just a no at that point. But I did end up choosing the 4th apartment. So it was basically paying the same amount of money for a studio, but it's not a studio. Like it has a separate bedroom and a living room, which is just really, really nice. And I was very surprised and excited that we were able to find this place that was, you know, within my budget and is a nice location and a nice space. Very excited, and that's where I am currently. So after we signed and went back home, I started my first day of work remotely. It's my first day of work today, remote work, and I'm starting off the day with like just a orientation for all the new hires, and so that is going to be for like 2 hours, and then other things will ensue. Anyway, I'm obviously at home because I'm beginning remotely before I move up to New York and start going into the office, so that's what's happening. So then pretty much it was just me working remotely and getting ready to move. So packing, getting movers scheduled, getting a U-Haul booked because my mom and I decided to drive up with all of my stuff because I have a lot of stuff. And so yeah, thus kind of commenced the moving, packing situation. Not fun, let me tell you that.
Listen, IKEA is a very wonderful place, but it's also a very stressful place. And it's really wonderful for about the first hour that you're there, but then the longer you stay there, the more you feel like you're never going to leave and that you're gonna die in IKEA. Which, I mean, could be an okay way to go out, but I digress. I've been trying to find a couch for hours, have been inside. I think I finally found one, but then we go to actually get it and something's out of stock. And it's like, okay, kill me. And so I'm hoping I'm still gonna be able to get it, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Kind of makes me want to die, Kia.
Not to be Catherine obvious here, like this video if you understand that reference. Packing sucks. You never really realize how much stuff you actually have until you have to put it all in boxes. And then you're like, where does it all keep coming from? And right now I am currently working on my bookshelves. And let me tell you, that is making me rethink everything. Not everything, but just what I want to bring with me. So my original plan was to bring both bookshelves, like with all the books on them. But now that I'm having to pack them up into boxes, I'm just like, is that the smartest thing for me to be doing? So instead, I think what I'm going to do is really kind of pare down. I'm still going to bring both bookshelves because, I mean, I know I'm going to be accumulating more books when I'm up there, but I am going to do kind of another big unhaul because I don't need all of these books. I'm not like at a place in my life where I can have tons and tons and tons of books. One day when I'm married and I'm settled down in a house, I want to have a library with just tons and tons and tons of books. I can't do that right now, but I'm still going to bring both shelves. I'm just going to not have them completely filled like they are now. So I'm going to keep obviously all the books that I just love, like all of my favorites I want to have. I have a lot of books on my shelves that I just liked, you know, where I gave it 3 stars. Or 4 stars, and I was like, this was good, but I wasn't obsessed with it. And so those are the ones I think I'm just going to donate, give away. If someone is going to be looking at my bookshelves and like skimming my books, I want them to be able to look at that one and be like, oh, it's interesting, and I'll be like, oh yeah, take it, it's really good, versus just to be like, oh yeah, it was good, it was all right. No, let me just keep the books that are really good that I would want to loan to somebody.
Since that last clip, I haven't done anything, and I'm now in this position on the floor.
I don't know which one to pick. They're both so beautiful. Here are all my books that I'm taking with me, and here are all the books that I'm going to be getting rid of. This stack right here is from that unhauling video I did, like, I don't know, probably a month ago, and I still haven't gotten rid of them. And then these 2 stacks are like the new stacks that I just decided to get rid of. Pretty crazy, but it feels good, you know, to just let go of old things.
I've not done a very good job of like updating the vlog with the whole moving situation, but It is the night before we drive up to the city, and I just had a bunch of my family over helping me load our U-Haul, and all of my possessions are packed up and ready to be driven up to New York City. It's gonna be a long day of driving tomorrow, but me and my mom are gonna do it, and we are gonna do it. Last night I went and had my last little hangout session watching Bachelor in Paradise with my roommates who, you know, have been my roommates for the entirety of this channel, no longer my roommates, also known as my best friends. And so it was, you know, sad saying goodbye to them, my 3 besties. Yeah, it's all feeling very real now. It hasn't really been feeling that real before now, because I mean, it has a little bit the past few days, but now it's like, oh wow, tomorrow, like, I'm moving to New York City and I'm gonna be living there. Here's my empty room. You guys never really saw what it looked like before, but now it's empty.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Wow, we sound good.
Mom is successfully driving a truck in New York City.
We'll say driving.
No,
not
you're
successfully.
Hey, you haven't killed anybody yet. So I didn't take any footage because we were just so busy and it was hectic, but we have officially moved into the apartment. All my stuff's in there. It looks insane, but you know, we'll get it figured out eventually. Now we're at Walmart, a Walmart outside of the city, because we had to go return our U-Haul. So now we're at a Walmart in New Jersey, and we're kind of getting some essential things that I need, like a curtain rod. And so that's what we're doing right at this moment. But my mom is a beast. She drove that trailer through the city. I'm here with both of my parents. My dad just came up to the city to see my apartment. What'd you think?
It's awesome. Awesome place.
Awesome.
I want to move up here.
No, you don't. Can you imagine living up here? Would you ever live up here?
Yeah, I might, you know.
Okay.
Week.
For a week. Hey everyone. So last time I updated this was, I think, oh wait, I did yesterday with Dad. But before that, it was like when we were in the Walmart the first day that we got here. Basically, I didn't update this for days and days because I couldn't. We had so much stuff, so much things going on at one time, and I didn't even want to put it on camera because it was like this place was filled with boxes.
And you were a major stress case.
And I was a major stress case. But now we're done, and I am very excited with the way my apartment looks. All thanks to my mom and my dad, because without their help, I literally would not have been able to, but mainly my mom. She just made a face over here. My mom has been here with me the whole time helping me, so it's mainly her. But my dad came up yesterday. Dad has also been contributing a lot. Anyway, so grateful to both of them. I think that I'm going to make a whole separate apartment tour video. I want to say, hey Dad, my YouTube video?
Yeah. Hey everybody.
This is my dad. He's dope. Wait. My mom just had a great idea to do a little teaser of my apartment tour. And so I'm just going to do a little corner of my living room / office room that has my desk in it and stuff. So, commence the teaser. Oh, wow, yeah. So, as I mentioned in some of the footage,
I will do a full apartment tour once I'm ready. Like, I'm still not completely settled. I have things that are still just kind of sitting out, and I need to figure out exactly where to put them and how to store certain things. So I'm not quite ready to make an apartment tour, but I will eventually do that because I really love the way that my apartment looks. You guys got to see a nice little sneak peek there of what my desk looks like that I'm sitting at right now. And so I really am excited by the way it looks. So I will eventually film that. It just might be a little while before that happens because I still need to continue getting settled and everything. But this was pretty much my moving experience. It was very stressful, but I am going to be better about vlogging. My next video is going to be a vlog of my first week here. It'll also be a little bit of a reading vlog because I have also, that's another thing, I haven't read a book in a few weeks because I've just been so busy. So I'm glad to be settled and to finally have some time to just relax, adjust to being here, and just figure it out. I'm excited. I'm also, you know, kind of nervous to be here, to be living in this city. It's pretty crazy, but you know, I'm more excited than nervous. Another thing that happened, which I forgot to mention, is that as I was waiting for the subway, I saw Jim O'Heir, who plays Jerry on Parks and Rec. And I love Parks and Rec. I was with my parents and we were going down into the subway and we're standing there waiting for a train, and I see him like just standing waiting for a train, and I was like, I was literally doing so many like looks to figure out if it was him, and I turned to my mom and I was like, I think that that's the guy from Parks and Rec. And neither of my parents have seen Parks and Rec, but she was like, oh, like really? Do you think it's him? And so I like looked over again and I was like doing more looks and I was like, that's definitely him. And she was like, you should go say hi. And so I was like, okay. And like my heart was beating, you know, because I've never ran into a celebrity in real life. And so I like started to walk up to him and he looked up at me and he like smiled and he was like, I knew that look, because he could tell that I had been like trying to figure out if it was him. And he was so nice, but he was like, I could tell you were trying to get your nerve up. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to make sure it was you, you know, before I came up. And he was so nice and he was like, nice to meet you, and he shook my hand and he was like, what's your name? And I said Avery. He asked me, he was like, well, do you want a picture? And that was really nice because I wasn't gonna ask him for a picture just because, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of annoying to like see celebrities in person and that be one of the first things you ask them. I feel like it's more meaningful for them if you just go and tell them that like you're a fan and just like speak with them, which was perfectly happy to do. But he asked, he was like, well, do you want a picture? And I was like, well, if you don't mind. And he was like very like willing to take a picture. Yeah, that was really cool. It was cool just to kind of see an actor from one of my favorite shows just chilling in the subway. I know I talked about it earlier, but I'm very grateful to my parents. I couldn't have done this whole process, the whole move, without them. They are simply the best parents in existence. Thanks for watching this video. More updates about my life in New York to come, and more book content also to come. I need to read some books so that I can make some content because it's been a minute. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.